Do you know what I actually want to hear?
What do you want to hear?
Gigs the other day, about a month ago.
Yeah.
He put something on his Instagram.
Shout out to my niggas on the window.
Absolute madness.
My niggas walking with it like it's legal.
Chat to me about your relationship with gigs, bro. Because I think, I don't know whether it was me talking to you on the phone or whether it was an interview that I heard with Gigs. I think I was at some studio where Gigs was, and like he was talking about you, and he was saying, you must have played one tune or whatever. Then he was like, I want to fucking, let me vocal that one. Then you played him a next one. Then he was like, nah, I want that one. Then you played him a next thing. Then he was like, nah. Then he's like, bro, fuck all of that now, because otherwise you're just going to make me want to just do a whole album in it. Just give me one tune and then I'll deal with that. Chat to me about your thing with Gigs, man. How did you link with him anyway?
I met Gigs at like some interview thing. Mr. Jam was there. There was Double S was there. And like I was just playing some like Mr. Jam gave me some old school tunes.
Shout out to Mr. Jam, by the way.
Yeah, he wanted me to kind of like remake and reproduce some old school tunes, and I was playing them, some Barry White tunes. And Gigs walked over to me and goes, "You like this type of music?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Raw, okay." And then outside, me and him were just reasoning like brethrens. Yeah. And obviously, everyone had heard stories about Gigs and stuff like that, and because I grew up in that environment, I've always learned to like judge a person on who they are first.
Yeah.
And I liked him so much, I said, just come to my drum, innit? So him and Mr. Jam came to my drum and we made a tune. And even watching him work, I was like, right, this guy's a music man like me. And then from that day, we never made music again. But we had a friendship after that day. There was a mutual respect. Like, he's my favourite UK rapper, and he's in my top 10 of greatest rappers of all time as well.
Across the board?
Yeah, across the board.
Yeah, sick.
So, like, and then I'm one of his favourite musicians as well. So it's like, right, I'm friends with one of my favourite rappers. Like, how do you even get to experience that? You get what I'm saying? So we've been friends for years. We just call each other. He'll just call me to check me. I'll call him to check him out. About 6-7 years go past. He calls me. I'm like, bruv, this is going to be a wet thing to say, yeah? But you call me to check me, but you don't call me to make tunes with me. You're like my favourite rapper. You love my music here, but you don't want to make no tunes with me. And he was like, I know, but it will come. I'm like, yeah, but this is a liberty. Even though it's not. He's calling me for the right reasons, but I'm just like, I can't even work with my favourite rapper. Like, you get me?
Yeah.
So then it comes to his album now. We're talking. We're probably talking the most we've ever spoken. And he's like, just come hang out in the studio. I probably hanged out like maybe 3 or 4 times. Because this is now, I've stopped being an artist now. I'm a producer songwriter now.
Yeah.
That's a different mindset. You have to be more giving. You have to be thinking about the other person now. I'm in that mindset. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's obviously inviting me to the studio. He wants me to know what he likes. I must have stayed there maybe 3 or 4 times. Then once I understood, because I was in the process when they were making the SM1 mixtape, got to know his friends, built another relationship with Kai's. Me and all of his people are cool. Like, but I understood him musically. He would invite me to other people's sessions he was going to. Can you just come? Like, and then I was like, cool, I get it now. I made about 15 records, and then Lock Doh was the one he loved. And then that's when I learned, like, with him, he's like very much like, I'm excellent at my job, he's excellent at his job. All we have to do is just both like the record, and God will deal with the rest. Like, he
was he there when he vocaled it?
No, he doesn't really have me there when I vocal tunes.
I was saying, was you there when he vocaled?
No. Oh. So I'll make the records with the chorus on them, and then I'll send them to him. Yeah. Then another thing I love about Gigs as well.
Do you know how sick he is at vocaling, by the way? I'll just tell you this in a bit.
I've seen him vocal, but I've never seen him vocal my tunes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
then when another sick thing about Gigs as well, yeah, he's very honest with how he feels about my music. He won't just be cool about it. If I've made a tune, he'll scream, he'll jump. Even if he's around his friends, I'll call him up. So it's very easy to make bangers for Gigs, because I know that if no one likes it, he does. And at least that day, like, I've had conversations with Gigs, we've gone mad about a tune. Later on that day, it's just bare. He's like, D, I'm just giggling. Like, do you get it? It's like there's an exchange of positive energy, genuine. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I don't get that from everyone.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actually recording the records, he likes to do it in his own space with people he's grown up with, or people he feels comfortable with. He's never really recorded with me there.
Yeah.
I've seen him record, but then there's Gets.
I've
always wants me there to record.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like me and Gigs.
So does Gets kind of use you like almost like a vocal producer, like for you to help?
No.
Okay. He just likes you.
He just wants me there.
Energy.
Yeah. Like Gets. What's annoying about Gets here is both of us know how good each other is. So if I'm not trying my hardest, he'll know, and then he'll be like, "Bruv, like you're not trying your best," and I can't really say no. I have to go in again, and it's the same with him. I'll never tell him what to write or how to do the flow. I'll just be like, "You know, you can do better in it," and because we have that mutual respect.
I love that, man. I love that. Like, I think that's so important, bruv. Like, because I do think that people can be very scared to say when something needs to be done a little bit better or whatnot. And I think it's just because it's never coming from a bad place. If somebody tells you, or you're telling somebody, right, you could do that a bit better, you're not telling them that because you want them to do it any worse. You're telling them that because it's just genuine. You're just sharing your opinion.
But the fact that...
As a music man as well.
But you know what's banging? It's the fact that the other person says, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
There's a trust level there. Like with me, I remember one time, I was tired. I came in and done a vocal. It was lackluster, I admit that. He came into the booth. He said, D, please, come on. You know and I know. And we was there for hours until I got it right.
Serious, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm not going to let him down.
Yeah.
Someone that I've made tunes with Gets, yeah. I one thing I love about producing for Gets, yeah, he writes lyrics that are like stories. So if you listen to Jungle, I will construct the record around Gets. Because you can't just have an instrumental for him. It has to move with him. For him to put that much energy, even for the lyrics to be like that, you like when I go in with Gets, I just know this is not a day to be. That's why him having ADHD and me having ADHD is an amazing thing, because that positive energy when we're jumping up and down and all that helps with the focus, because the focus that we both put in is tiring, bruv. I'll be honest with you. Like I'm extremely exhausted after working with Gets.
Yeah.
But that's the level of excellence that we put out into the world for people to enjoy it. And it's the same with Gigs, but I'm not there with him. He'll take weeks to sometimes wait until it's right. And he'll never ever wait until it's not right. And there's never ever been... I've never heard a whack verse from Gigs.
Yeah, I know.
But maybe I'm just a biased fan. But I've never ever
the way that his style has progressed as well is just absolutely insane. I was at the studio when he was recording a song with Fecky. Yeah, and bruv, this man is walking up and down in the studio. He's in his own vibe. There ain't no pen, no paper in sight, bruv. This man is walking up and down, closed eyes, screw face, everything, yeah. Man just goes in the booth and just starts laying down these parts here and there, bro. It was so fucking sick to see. These times I'm sitting there trying to just keep it cool. Like, do you get me? But like, I'm thinking, nah, this is too sick.
I do think though, Gigs knows that if I was in the studio with him, there'll be a lot of screaming going on. I'll be rolling on the floor.
Yeah.
Man said, man just jumped out, kebab man. And he went like that. He went like that as well. I was like, what? Are you stupid? Do you know how many times I've fucking reloaded that tune? Hello. Yeah. Active. Man's got a nigga all active. What? Are you stupid? Bro, he would lose focus.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to hold it in.
He needs that. Yeah, he needs to focus still.
Yeah, bro, I'd be screaming. I'd be like, did man say that? He said, you see in our tune, Lingo, yeah? He said, what's the lyric? There's a few lyrics in there.
Something about the new thing that you got.
Yeah. Something about Scrappy. I'm just like, no. Oh, man.
I can't remember. All he's played was a little bit. I heard your hook. I heard it seemed like his first verse, like a part of it, and it sounds like a mad thing.
And the flow,
go on.
The flow's,
yeah, his flow's dumb.
It's like
I'm proper looking forward to his next project.
Shout out to my nigga.
One thing that you've done proper good though, yeah, is like is the relationship that you have with the proper young bucks, like the real new generation of artists that are coming through. Do you get me? Like your collaborations stretch. You don't seem stingy with who you give a verse to or who you give a hook to.
Yeah. Ireland have put a stop to that though.
Have they? Yeah.
Yeah. Darkers was like, Donaeo, can we have some hits, please? I've had 2 meetings with Darkers this year. I've had.
Shout out to Darkers, you know.
He was like, I've had 2 meetings with him. Yeah. When I signed, no 3. No 2 proper meetings. When I signed, and last week, and him and Twin was like, so the album.
Darkest is the president of Island Records.
So the album, and I'm already like there. I've got 3 singles ready. They know that I'm like that, and they know what my thing is. But Darkest is like, okay, cool. Can we stop giving away the hits, please?
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll stop. So just an apology to everyone. Yeah. Like, if I'm saying no, it's not because like I need to like focus. I need to focus on finishing off the album. So
yeah.
But yeah, go on. I haven't been stingy with
we got Dan's telling. Is that Dan? Yeah. Okay, Dan's saying that we need to wrap up. All right, quickly. Text Dan. Tell him we'll wrap up in a sec. I do want to ask you this, quickly. Maybe you don't even know this because I did want to talk about it a little bit still, but I feel that Grime.
Yes.
Grime had this stage where it was like everything that was around that BPM and even that wasn't around that BPM, if you went on a Spotify playlist, they would just fling it in there anyway. Right? Because it was almost like that in between. Like, what is that style of music? I will just fling it in the Grime one. Now, what I'm seeing is with the Afro swing or the Afro beats thing or whatever, there's like this in between of it not really being that. It's not really being that, but it being that and it being flung in there. Like, have you seen that? Because you know what? I have a feeling, you see Lingo, that song with Gigs, if it gets put in any category, I have a feeling in Afro swing. I feel like Afro swing is now the new grey area of like UK music.
Because it's just beginning. There's always a grey area at the beginning. When I made Bounce, was it Grime? No, it was the grey area.
Yeah, it was the grey area.
When Dizzy made I Love You, was it Grime? No, it was the grey area. It like when Dizzy and Wiley like actually done a set with Slimzy and then it was like, yo, this is. But when we was all making it, it was a grey area. To be honest with you, this scene was named quicker than Grime was named.
True.
People were still calling Pulse X Garage at one point.
It's still not properly named though.
What, Pulse X?
No, Afro swing or Afro bashment.
Bro, it's still Afro. The kids are calling it Afro Wave. So
Afro Wave. It's getting there.
Yeah,
it's getting there.
But we know what it is.